Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Hazard stood his ground strongly. Eze. Rijkaard. Now that's a lovely exchange. Played out wide. Hazard gets into some space. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's been taken short. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Thinks about the shot. Lee Kang-in. And they've switched it over to the other side. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Van Dijk. Botafogo, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's having a hit! Mosquera. Now Timber. Van Dijk. And Mosquera. Cucurella. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Neves. And it's Kluivert. And here's Thuram, and here's Mbappe. Mosquera. Rijkaard. Van de Ven. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Eze. Thuram. McAllister is always looking to break lines.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
No, it's come to nothing. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Backward it goes. Eze. That's Lee Kang-in. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Neves. Now it's Kluivert. Can he finish? Roberto Baggio. Eze.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he skips past his man, and he's managed to get free. He is just caressing the ball. Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in climbs up big. He will be livid with himself. Goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Szoboszlai. McAllister. And he's forced to go back to Thuram. Lee Kang-in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Mosquera. And it's Van Dijk. Half-time getting close now. Kluivert. Now it's Thuram. Chance for a shot! Szoboszlai plays it short. And here's Szoboszlai. And it's Neves. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that interception was most necessary. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Invitiamo tutti I tifosi a dare il proprio contributo alla nostra fondazione per l'aiuto alle popolazioni più povere.
Here we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Mosquera. Cucurella. Now Timber. And it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is fouled. And no surprise, that's a booking. Szoboszlai. Cucurella. Gets a good foot in there. Cucurella is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Mbappe. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's Eze. McAllister. Eze to McAllister. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Up towards the hour mark and still no goals.
There they go, hunting again.
Now it's Kluivert. Shot at goal! It's in! The breakthrough arrives at last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Botafogo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18. Lascia il campo per il numero 8.
Azar. Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that's going to be a booking. Mosquera. Szoboszlai. Spread out to the left. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Kakitani. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Rijkaard.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might...
He's going for goal! And that could have brought them level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Botafogo couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Botafogo do have a chance to counter here. Mosquera. Dani Olmo. And here's the chance to counter. Dani Olmo running with the ball. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Rijkaard.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's the throw.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Some really good ball movement. And that pass just didn't quite work. They've got to be quick to recover this.
Il quarto uomo indica 4
That'll be a
minuti di
throw.
recupero.
Timber. And he's gone searching crossfield. Foot in. Out again for a throw-in. Time added on 4 minutes. Great vision. Vinicius Junior. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And the referee brings it to a close. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room